Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the Bitcoin market. So currently the situation stands in fact more interesting on a longer term chart rather than on the intraday charts, on the daily chart. So the major intrigue stands on the monthly chart, because we said with this breakout for the confluence and market currently stands overextended and down, as you can see from the detrended oscillator. So here is the previous extreme point of the oversold that has been set in May. Now it's been increased, so market sets the new record of the oversold level, which could be treated also as a volatility breakout to the downside. And we already mentioned that. So first we have traded the volatility breakout to the upside when the market hits here the first peak for the new top of the overbought area. Now you could consider the same action but to the downside. The volatility breakout suggests upward action. The upper breakout means the first extension, which you can't control and you wait for it will be over. Then you wait for a deep retracement, and then result of the momentum. So why it calls the volatility breakout? That market showing the upward action, at least the 618 extension of the thrust. And that precisely has happened with the upward breakout of the volatility market. Hits the COP and collapsed. Now we're considering the same type of action to the downside. First, the thrust falling, we're not controlling it and wait for it will be over. Then we need to wait for a deep retracement and then another extension, at least the 618. So it means that that might be the long-term bearish trend on the Bitcoin market. Maybe somewhere in some time it will be reversal and market will find the opportunity to go higher, but currently it's very probable this could happen. So as first approximation, we do not know how it definitely will go, but the first approximation, supposedly downward action might be over around 26-27 area, which is major support, all-time 618 support, and the EuroLP would support 1 on the Bitcoin market. Then we expect deep retracement, which might be back to the broken confluence around 44-45 area, and then it might be extension. So that's the scenario that we need to keep in mind, and that theoretically really possible. So if we will see at some early stage that this scenario is failing, that will be great relief for bulls. And I suppose that the failure of this scenario should coincide with a good background and market behavior suggesting good moment for investment. So it might be some clear bullish patterns, strong thrusting action on the lower time frames, but currently the weekly picture stands, the monthly picture stands in as actually the central, the core of the analysis of the Bitcoin market. On the weekly chart, we do not see something really new, despite that upward action on the daily chart looks, well, more or less significant. Here, as you can see, nothing is going on. It mostly shows the indecision type of action. Just doji wick that is forming here. It shows no clear bullish signs, trend stands bearish, and well, market is not at oversold, and it might be stopped just because of some other reasons on lower time frames why this bounce has happened. On the weekly chart, we do not have any reasons. I do not have any bullish patterns. On the daily chart, you can see the reaction on the oversold area mostly is over. Recent statement from the Fed has made the negative impact on the Bitcoin market as well and other more financial markets, because currently investors are worried that Fed could show the high pace of the quantitative tightening. Maybe they will follow in their strategy of the rate change with no big changes, but concerning the quantitative tightening, it might be a bit faster, which would provide more support for interest rates and pushing higher. And Jerome Powell said recently that inflation in January is becoming even worse than in December. So investors also do not exclude the chance that rate could be changed directly with the half of the percent, not 25 points. So from that standpoint, Bitcoin remains under pressure. As any risky asset, we're not ready currently to fall in some euphoria on this bounce that provides no actual expiration to go long. And well, currently we suggest that we need to wait a bit more, because our targets in OP 26 currently looks more valuable than, well, bullish signs that we see right now. Here it's mostly look like some consolidation surrounded. So in general, just to clarify what we need to get to make some at least initial bullish conclusions, you need to take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart. Here we have this consolidation, right? And in general we have longer going lower lows, lower highs tendency, right? So to make the conclusion that the situation is changing, it's actually very simple. We need to see the breaking of this tendency. So we need to see high lows and high highs. And market has to show the bullish reversal swing. So it means that it should move above the previous top. So if we will see a return back at least in this consolidation, that will give us first signal that maybe something is ready to change. But currently, so this just 618 performance pullback, I don't see any reasons to think that something is changing. Previously, market already shows this type of bounce. So if we'll take a look in general at the level of the pullbacks here, you could see that they are quite similar. So across this actually through all this type of action. And here maybe you could see right from this bottom, it was two-side bounce, right? Here's once again the same bounce. Here's once again mostly the same upward bounce. So potentially we could suggest that maybe it will be ABCD pullback to retesting the 618 level, maybe to retesting the 40-41 area. But anyway, it is too early to speak about changing the bearish tendency. Even more, if we'll take a look at the hourly chart, what we have, market has formed a kind of the ABCD action to the upside, but it was not able to complete even the AB equals CD target. So if we'll take a look, the OP target stands above the 618 level. It has not been completed. So market has completed only 618 minor extension. So maybe minor butterfly you could recognize here. CD leg is much slower than the AB. It's very choppy. And take a look, collapse down right now stands already below this low. So this ABCD pattern is already erased because market sets the new low and renewed this one. So this in fact minor bearish reversal swing. From that standpoint, I suggest that it's more probable to get here, well, the kind of, I don't know, maybe even some kind of the hand and shoulders pattern. It might be formed at this point with a possible downward continuation, something of that sort. Currently, definitely, I do not see good signs and background for taking the long position on the Bitcoin market.